What's going on, guys? It's Noah and I am just checking in. If you saw the thumbnail for this video, you saw a picture of me after a big workout with a pump flexing at the gym with my shirt off. That is me at about 230, 235 pounds. That is me about a year and 4 or 5 months into testosterone replacement therapy. The question I get a lot from guys who have noticed that since I've started my testosterone replacement therapy, I have gotten a lot bigger. And I do mean that. It's relatively dramatic how much size I've put on while doing testosterone replacement therapy. They want to know how much muscle can you really build on testosterone replacement therapy. If you'd like to know why I'm on TRT for just to edify me, check out the description below. It gives my story. The bottom line is I suffered treatment-resistant depression, anxiety, got my blood levels tested. I had the testosterone levels of a 90-year-old man, blah, blah, blah. I started treatment. Since then, I've been building back my mental stability, cognitive functions, low T symptoms that I was suffering from. They're getting better. And as another side effect, I built a lot of muscle. So I'm going to put that picture up one more time. Here's a picture of me before I started testosterone replacement therapy. Alright guys, so the reason I show this picture is just to demonstrate that when I was 18 and I was lifting weights, eating lots of food, not damaging my mind and my body in terms of like drugs and alcohol, I showed the potential to build some muscle, which I think is important to note. In this next picture, fast forward 7 years, I've been in a treatment-resistant clinical depression for like a year and a half. I got fat, got a lot weaker, and I barely started my testosterone replacement therapy just about 3 months, and I barely started working out about 4 or 5 months. And here's a picture of me after a year and 4 months. I'm going to leave it on the screen for like 5-10 seconds, let you take a good look. This is me at 235 pounds, taking 180 milligrams of testosterone cypionate per week. I have never abused my dosage. I've been on it for a year and a few months, like I said. I do it once a week, and I've been weight training very, very rigorously, bodybuilding weight training for about a year and 4 months consistently. So, you guys saw the picture, and you can see that I got pretty big relative to where I was, and with that, it has brought a lot of questions. Guys want to know, like, well, how much muscle could I possibly build? A lot of guys think I'm actually, like, lying about being on TRT. They think I'm just straight up juicing. They think I'm just taking steroids in general, that it's not just TRT, because my anabolic response, the amount of muscle I build, is unrealistic and not normal for other people. So here's what I'll say. One, how much muscle you're going to build does depend on how much testosterone levels you have, how high your testosterone is to a point. So a guy suffering from really low testosterone, like I was, it's going to be really hard to reach your genetic potential and put on the kind of muscle that maybe you would always want to have. But if your genetic potential is really, really low, then being on testosterone replacement therapy does not mean you're just going to blow up. And also, what you guys don't see and what people don't see are the countless nights, days, and hours I've spent working out, lifting weights, training for the last year and a half. Now, I will admit, I'll be the first to admit, and I've definitely gathered this based on the feedback response I've had and other people I've met and come in contact with, my knack, so to speak, for building muscle is better than the average person. Now, I don't think I'm some sort of genetic freak like a monster, and I'm not trying to have a big head about the size that I've gained. I've got plenty of fat on me too, but in terms of muscle, I think I maybe have put on more than the average person could expect to put on. That being said, you'll never know unless you have optimal levels, you eat right in terms of eating enough to build muscle, and you train your ass off for a year or more, 2 years, and see what your body might do. So I will say this, on testosterone replacement therapy, you can be sure that you will be able to build more muscle than you were able to as someone with low testosterone, because testosterone is the building block to muscle. That's why when bodybuilders, the fundamental baseline compound that they take is testosterone. So injectable, which is what I take, and then they compound it with a lot of other anabolic steroids like Deca or Tren or something like that, but I don't know too much about it. But anyway, it's a building block. It's huge. But if your genetic potential is just shit, if God just did not make you to build muscle, then being on testosterone replacement therapy, while it will help you build more than you would have, like I said, with low levels, you're not necessarily going to become huge just because you're on it. Because I've met guys and heard of guys that are on TRT, and they didn't get nearly the anabolic response that I've gotten. But I've also met guys who have gotten pretty damn big on TRT. So it's out there. It just depends on you. It'll help you no matter what. But whether you're going to get really big, and if you might consider me pretty damn big, I don't know. It depends on how disciplined you are, how hard you train, how smart you train, how much you eat, all these other factors, how much you sleep. and what your genetic potential is. So I hope that doesn't sound like a cop-out, but it's a question I get all the time, and I just wanted to address that and obviously give you some hope that at the very least you're going to build some muscle, you're going to build some endurance, things are going to be easier, you're going to be more validated for your efforts with optimal T levels than you were without them, but it's not a promise that you're just going to get ginormous. I would say that I've built probably, I'd say 20 pounds of muscle in a year and a half, 15 to 20 pounds of muscle, which is a lot. And now it's slowed down. That's what I built total, but in the last like 9 months, I think I've only put on like 4 or 5 pounds of muscle. So the bulk of it came in the first like 6, 7 months, 8 months. And then otherwise I feel like I'm just building steadily, slowly, and I'm earning it. So again, here's that picture of me on TRT. I became pretty big. This is me not cheating. I have never cheated on my TRT dosage, not even once. I've always done therapeutic values. I've always had my blood tests. I've always been within normal ranges. So so that's my genetic potential. I hope to get even bigger, but I want to do it the old-fashioned way and work hard, keep my levels optimal, and just be mindful of my hypogonadism. And I wish you the best in your pursuits to A, get stable, deal with your low T symptoms, and if building muscle is important to you, it is a side effect that you will be able to experience. To what capacity, I don't know, but it's there, and I hope you get the most out of it, and I hope you can just be accepting of whatever body God gave you, whatever potential you have. Realize that it is enough so long as you work hard, and realize, you know, everyone's custom built, so only compete against yourself. I know there are a lot of guys way bigger than me that I won't ever be able to come close to in terms of muscle mass, but I'm trying to be satisfied with the way I am. I'll do another video soon. Hit me up, leave me messages. I appreciate the support, and we'll talk later. Bye, guys.